Welcome to Hood and Healing.
Where we talk about the hood
Healing
and
and
our
our journey
journey
to happiness. So I was gonna do an intro for y'all. So let me just start there. I want to introduce a vibe cultivator, a go-getter, a true born hustler, a longtime friend, more like family, Necha.
Hi, everybody.
All right, and I also want to introduce a vibe enhancer, flexibility instructor, a sensual goddess, my favorite bartender, Desmonique. And so today's episode is going to be about the reel I created that caused so much controversy. Okay, I don't know what it was, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. We talked about how men prefer women that are dressed down, Brendas, Brittneys, regular chicks, the average girl next door, how they don't really prefer a baddie. Do y'all agree?
I do agree.
You agree?
I
It
agree.
depends on the
I
color.
also agree.
It's subjective,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
It depends on
Subjective? All right. What would you consider yourself? A Brittney, someone that dresses up sometimes every here and again, a Brenda, usually dressed down, more on a chill vibe, or a baddie, looking your absolute best at all times and just giving sass 24/7.
I feel like I'm a Brenda, but I could switch it up. I'm more comfortable just chilling in sneakers. I could still snatch me some up in some sneakers. So to me, it doesn't really bother me. If you don't like me when I'm not in heels, then oh well. Oh well.
I just feel like to be dressed up, like a baddie, I guess, like dressed up all day, like makeup done, hair always laid, like you should naturally look like a baddie. You shouldn't have to do but so much. So if you have to do all of that and you're doing that every single day, like that's a lot. And
That
no,
is.
I'm not doing that. So you're gonna have to
Okay.
catch me at my best and my worst. And
So what
my
would you
in
consider
between.
yourself? A Brittney, a Brenda, or
What's
not a
the difference
baddie?
between Brittany and Brenda?
Okay, so Brittany is like, she likes to give a little bit, you know?
So then I'm Brittany.
And then Brenda is more like mostly casual dress, doesn't really like to go out much,
I'm definitely
more introverted. I think Brittany's just more of like an extrovert.
I'll be a Brit.
Okay. How about you, Took?
I'm neither.
You neither?
I am none of the above.
Not a baddie?
Maybe
a
I'm
Brenda?
all three. Because
Mhm.
I fix up when I want to. When I put on, I put
Yeah.
on. But I prefer sneakers, not even jeans, sweatpants, leggings, t-shirt. Yeah.
But now, if you're talking about men that if they prefer baddies, would like to wife them,
Just like, all right, let's say you're walking down the street. Do you feel like men are attracted to you more when you're dressed up or dressed down?
well, of course, because are we attracted to men if they not cleaned up right?
But I feel like men are more attracted to you when you're dressed down.
I was
Like when
about
you
to
go into the
say-
grocery
Dressed down?
store,
Yeah,
when
that's
you picking up
true.
your kids from school.
It also
I mean,
depends what type of environment you keep yourself in. Because if we talking about the peas, they love us. They love a headscarf and sneakers type
Yes,
of shorty.
for sure. For sure. All right. I would say for me, I wouldn't say I'm definitely a Brittany. Like I like to dress up, but I also like to dress down. I could be introverted, but I'm also extroverted. So I feel like I fall in the Brittany category. So
I'd
you
rather
want-
be in the house, y'all.
For real. But sometimes I do get that.
All right. So, do you think you pretty much just asked it? Like, what do you think a man prefer, Brenda, Brittany, or Baddie?
I think he's well, nowadays everybody's attracted to the Britney.
Well, yeah.
That's what
Today's
they want.
society.
But it also could be like what you want, what your mama wants you to bring home.
so it depends on
The
me.
mama boys, if you might like the Brenda or the Britneys, right? That's what you like. But if you can't bring that home, like
Let's go a couple steps back. So what is your definition of a baddie? What's your definition, Des, of a baddie?
A baddie. A baddie has like a really good energy about them. Like a baddie should be somebody that is, of course, attractive, that is healthy, that takes care of themselves, but also is like goal oriented. I would, because the baddies that we're seeing versus what a real baddie is, you know what I mean? In my
Agreed.
personal opinion, I just feel like, you got to have your shit together, for real, for real. Have your shit together, be pleasant, be a decent person, be able to get along in multiple environments, and then, be able to put on or even put on when you kind of being chill, you know what I mean? Like you should have a
sure.
certain aura about you that whether you dressed up or not, like, you know, you walking 10 toes down on being like that girl.
Right.
I
you
agree.
know?
Yeah.
I agree. It's not about how you look. It's more about the aura you exude to other people.
Yeah, for sure.
What
The
they-
confidence.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know if y'all got a chance to watch the reel, go through some of the comments, but a big, like 10% of the comments were men don't like baddies because they're headaches. Why do you think that men feel baddies are headaches?
Because they don't have the pockets to keep up with them.
They stress about them funds.
Yeah, definitely.
Pop
stressed
and
about
panic and poo.
them funds. I think at the end of the day, somebody that is overly invested in their physical appearance tend to be headaches because they don't have the other thing, the Brendas, as they would call it, or the regular girls, or even sometimes the less attractive women. They tend to get wife because they, like it's been said, have a lot more to offer than just what they physically look like, you know. And people that are so overly consumed by their image, you know, they tend to be brats and they tend to idolize like this fucking facade of everybody being rich and fancy dinners and lit pics for Instagram and travels and vacations. Like people aren't mothers and like people aren't hardworking 9-to-5ers. Like people aren't really, you know what I mean? Just
For
regular,
sure.
like the regular lifestyle doesn't get shown enough. It's really like the glitz and the glam. So if you're trying to chase a baddie, that's what a baddie's chasing. She's chasing flights, bags, fine dining, rich nigga shit. You know what I mean? And if you
And
can't,
I ain't mad at it.
I'm not mad at it
not
at
mad
all.
either.
I'm not mad at it at all, you know. But you got to be able, for me, I feel like if you a real baddie, you have it already. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about the ones that's prostituting to get it. I'm talking about like women that actually, no offense to them, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the ones that actually go out there physically and got to put in like work.
Right. They
You know
can
what I
maintain
mean?
their own lifestyle.
And work hard. You know what I mean? Not because technically you still getting it from a nigga. If you get, you know what I mean? It's
For
each his
sure.
own. Respectfully, I get it.
You getting that hard. That's on her back.
But that's just, you know, literally anybody.
It's
can
hard
do that.
work, but yeah.
But literally
That's a fact.
any female can do that. You know what I'm saying? If nothing
Yeah.
else. So I feel like as a baddie, you got to be able to be a real hustler and get to your own and have yourself together. All this bringing shit to the table, like fuck the table, because I don't even sit at tables when I'm home anyway. So the table's out the picture. It's more so like, listen, I'm asking you to do for me what I could already do for myself, and then as a man, I mean, I would hope that you would want to elevate,
Add to that.
you know, or you want to,
Yeah.
you know,
For sure.
upgrade.
Well, that's
you know,
what a real man gonna do.
yeah, you want to upgrade. You don't never want to give a chick what she already given herself. You want to give her something she can't give
Right.
herself, or she,
Right.
That
you know what I mean,
part.
show her something else that she don't know or whatever. But
So let me ask y'all this: who do you prefer to be around? Baddies, Brittneys, or Brendas?
Oh, I
all
got
of them.
along with everybody. Yeah,
all
I
of
was
them.
about to say.
all of them.
All of them.
I
got
need a
along
mix.
with-
I need
That
a
don't make
mix.
me feel insecure. If I'm in sneakers and you in high heels, I'm chilling. shit.
Right.
Baby,
That's
I'm
a fact.
comfortable.
Yeah.
You need some slides? I might have some. in the car.
I think for my day to day, I definitely hang out with a lot of Brittneys and Brendas, but I do feel like baddies, by their definition, I feel like they're just a good fucking time.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like they turn up, like they're so much more extroverted most of the time, versus Brendas and Brittneys that are more
I don't agree with that.
conservative in a way.
Laid
No,
I don't agree with that. I feel like there's a lot of baddies that it's like I don't want to go out. I tell my friends all the time, I'm in the nightlife all the time, like no offense. All of that like sitting cute on a fucking couch doing nothing. What am I here for? If y'all not turning
So who
up
do you feel like is
and
sitting on a
shaking
couch?
ass,
The baddies?
is sitting on the couch being cute in their tight little outfits, not really turning
Not
up. Like,
really,
there's the
yeah.
baddies that do turn up, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, the baddies
shout
I
outs
know
to
like to
those.
really turn up.
you know, but there's a lot of stush ass. I'm just
yeah, that's
here,
a fact.
you know.
That's a fact.
I'm here.
So also there was a comment that sparked up a lot of controversy on the real, saying that men are intimidated by baddies. Would you agree with that or disagree?
That's a fact because they want to be one. Sometimes they get jealous. They get
Not the
jealous.
wanting to be a
They be like,
baddie.
"Damn, my girl rocked that outfit. She looks so good," and I look like, "Yeah, you look like you're supposed to just make the money." If
What you
that's-
think, Took? You think they intimidated by baddies?
once
no?
again, I go back to is the caliber of men. It depends on the caliber.
Okay, so it's
Because
subjective.
the ones we deal with, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
It
I feel
depends if
like-
you know your masculinity.
Yes, that's
And
true
I feel
too.
like a lot of men, they don't do it for us. They don't do the cute, fix up, smell good for us. Like they do it for the boys and for the ones they go.
You
on the
think
field
so?
with.
They sure do to go without their friends. We go on a date. I don't see you put no cologne on. You about to go to hit the club with your mans.
How many?
Oh, that's a
times-
little.
He's
That's
still, they still always doing it for some. Listen, the power of the pussy is real. Man ain't putting on cologne for just to put on cologne
Right.
around a bunch of niggas.
right.
You put on cologne
No, of course, to draw their attention.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
always.
and to dress right and all of that. I do get a little, it is a little sus how much men look like. It's just like I get the whole bro thing, just like the girls hang out with the girls, but it's like, bro, like,
No, that's a fact.
where are the bitches actually?
If you're, I'm sorry, if you're getting dressed up and you got cologne on, hair all nice, smelling good, looking good, and you going to sit at your homeboy crib,
No.
that's not for no female.
First off,
Yeah, that's
there
a little-
we shouldn't even be dealing with niggas that's going to other homeboys' cribs to just sit around. Niggas don't got time for that.
Right.
Niggas got shit to do.
Yeah,
Niggas
Right.
got
too grown to be
businesses
playing 2K.
and things.
Exactly.
I mean, unless you're making money off of it,
Listen,
respect.
listen.
Or unless you on your
I was
downtime.
about to say, because
you
I know a
know?
lot of men that love to pay 2K on their downtown.
Yeah,
They
there's nothing
still
wrong with that.
Yeah.
do what they need to do.
Yeah,
You know,
nothing wrong with
like,
that.
So
I'll
let
be
me
right
ask y'all
there.
this: can you give me one example of baddie behavior and one example of like Brittany Brenda behavior?
You give us an example, because you know this Brittany Brenda girl
Okay,
very well.
I feel like majority of the people in my circle are Brittany's and Brendas.
Mhm.
Like I know a few baddies, but my tight circle, I feel like we're Brittany's
So
and
what do
Brendas.
they act like?
So I feel like, all right, one example of Brittany behavior is definitely doing your makeup before you go to the spot, making
Okay.
sure your face is beat, making sure you looking right, and helping your homegirl out.
Okay.
Like that's me. That's Brittany behavior. We going out. Hold on. Let me get your brows.
Yeah.
Let me get you right. I feel like the Brenda's the one getting her eyebrows done by the Brittany, and I feel like the baddie behavior is the one pouring the drinks, turning up, like just
Okay.
getting everything lit. So those are my examples.
Okay.
What do you think, Took?
I don't really have, because I don't know. Like,
I'm your only
I don't-
friend. That's what you saying?
Well, pretty much.
Really?
No,
though.
like, to be honest, like, I don't put women in the category of, oh, because you get cute, you all fancy, you a baddie. Like, I feel like you said, a baddie is more than just looks to me. And I don't feel like because you would rather be home and you don't want to get all dressed up that you should be categorized as a Brenda or a Brittany. Like, I feel like you are who you are, whether you comfortable with being cute or you comfortable with just being regular smuggler. Like, so I don't have really opinion on that.
Okay.
But let's
How about you,
not
Ned?
confuse baddie and being bad. Like that bitch bad, but the other one a baddie.
Okay.
I didn't
You
even
know,
know they was.
that bitch look bad,
But
like
she ain't
bad,
a bad.
but she ain't a baddie.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause there's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear
I
me,
feel
young
like
boy?
a baddie overall is just a woman that exudes confidence.
Yeah.
She's always confident and she always wants to look her best. And I'm sorry, I don't feel like you could be a baddie if you don't like fix yourself up. You know what I mean? If you don't get your hair done, your nails done, if you don't try to look your absolute best, we're all women, we're all beautiful in our own right.
Mhm.
But I do feel like to be a baddie, you have to have that extra level of confidence, and you
Yeah.
have to also want
Put in the
people
work.
to see you at your absolute best.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna disagree with that because I agree with some of it, but I do feel like, do you really need the outsider's opinion for you to be a baddie? Do you need the extra attention and be like, yeah, I'm here, I'm a baddie?
I don't
Yeah,
think
but you're not
wait.
doing it for them. You're doing it.
Yeah,
Let me tell you,
exactly.
because I was about to say, because I've seen
Yeah.
you walk in rooms and you literally did it because you're like, I want to look good.
right.
Facts.
If you're gonna put in category, I feel like she's a baddie. Like, I feel like, all right, thank you.
P.
Okay.
Come on.
Period.
Like, I do feel like she wants to look her best all the time, and she don't do it for no one else. She don't do it for the attention of others. She do it because of how it makes her feel.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's the part I disagree.
But so you just kind of made my point though. Women are in categories as much as we don't like
I
to
said
box
if we
each other
are
in.
going to,
Okay.
if we are,
Yeah.
we're using the categories, baby.
Yeah.
Let's use them.
Yeah. That's what we here for. All right. So how about you, Dust? Do you have an opinion on like an example of baddie behavior or
I
like
mean, for sure, like baddies go out.
okay,
and,
period.
You know, Brendas don't. You know what I'm saying?
Brenda at home
Brenda at
with her
home.
nightgown.
You know,
Girl,
but
I
that's
guess I'm a
cool.
Brenda. I'm learning more and more about
I'm a
this baddie Brenda.
but I go out. But I go out like this. You ain't about to force me to hurt my
It
feet in the
depends
club.
on-
Yeah. I feel like you're definitely a Britney.
do.
I feel like because I could see you.
No,
with
I
the-
gets crazy.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
of course.
Yeah.
On my pictures
Right.
on Instagram, I look
Yeah.
heels up and makeup
Right.
and all that. But this majority of the time, you're gonna catch me in some sneakers, and you lucky I didn't wear sweatpants today. I was keeping.
He said, "Let me do a little something extra."
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little something
for the
extra.
pod.
That's extra for me, but that doesn't not make me feel like I'm not a baddie.
Okay, period. So you feel like you're a baddie?
I'm 100%.
All
Ain't a
right.
bitch out here telling me I'm not.
All right.
I'm gonna
What do
check
you
out.
think I look
And I feel like that's what makes a
Check
baddie,
it.
just that level of confidence.
Hello.
That alone.
Yeah.
That's
All right, so I do want to ask this. We talking about all these different behaviors, baddies, Brittneys, Brendas. I do feel like men at times have baddie behavior. What's one thing that men do that would be considered baddie behavior that you like, and one thing that you don't like that would be considered baddie behavior?
Mirror checking.
Mirror checking, that's baddie behavior.
Check yourself. Make sure you look good before you go out, before you step in the spot. But if I gotta fight with you for the mirror, baby,
You been a baddie and I don't like it.
you're giving sad.
I'm not really into like the fake models. It's like it's given like you always looking at the floor. What the fuck are you looking at? And I don't really care that you know how to dress. Like there's you throw one in there,
Right.
here and there. You let when you got a little fit in a certain area, boop, boop, boop. But it's
Right.
like I go to somebody's Instagram and it's just selfies of them,
Ugh.
Oh,
and they're not like in the business of actually modeling something.
I was just gonna say that's my baddie behavior, the selfies. I don't like that.
I just don't like it from men.
yeah.
Yeah, for
I'm not
men.
trying to be funny. Like
Yeah.
women, like it's just like it's a natural innate thing, like,
Right.
you know. But I just don't care for it from men. Like I'm gonna be annoyed if I'm out with you and
And you taking selfies.
and you're making me be your photographer. Like
Oh yeah.
I don't
Instead
mind
of
taking a
enjoy-
picture of my man, but like a photographer, I'm not getting low for
That's-
you, baby.
yeah.
Like,
if we on vacation, but if we in the towns, baby.
right.
Maybe not on vacation.
listen, if you love on a chick properly, you gonna get all the good pictures because she gonna want to flick on you
Exactly.
just cause.
Period.
That's yours. You know. What
I'm
I
the
mean?
trophy.
Feel
Mhm.
me?
What's one thing that you don't like, Netch? That's baddie behavior that men do.
Worrying about where I'm at all the time.
Mm.
Don't be running me down all the time. Let me have my girl time. I don't want
Right.
you with you all the time.
Yeah.
You don't need to. There's been times where I went to the club and my man right there and it's just a bunch of girls. Go away.
Mhm.
Go home. Go
Yes,
home, Roger.
Go home, Roger. Where Tommy's job at? Go get a job with him.
No, for real. All right, what's one thing that y'all like? I'll start. I like when a man keeps his lips moisturized. Like, don't be super glossy, but like keep your lips moisturized.
Your nails and your feet being done is good.
Baddie behavior, okay, that you like.
Yeah. Because
How about you,
niggas do
Tug?
not get their feet
I know.
done.
I love a man that keeps up with himself. Like you don't have to have the latest anything, everything, but look good,
Right.
smell good. Yeah, that's it.
Definitely smell good.
Netch was one thing you like.
Definitely the smell, but them pockets. Only because. Only because
the
of what I'm
pocket.
used to. You know.
Yeah.
I ain't never deal with a broke nigga. I'm sorry to say. You ain't gotta give me money, but I ain't never fuck a broke nigga.
But you need to have some money.
You need to have something. Something needs to be going on. Some
No, fuck that. You got to give me some money too. You
Oh,
can't just have it. You
yeah.
got to give me some. Not all of it, but I want some ends.
Give me a little something, something.
Is there an age requirement to be considered a baddie? Like, do you feel like a woman ever stops being a baddie, or you just feel like that's her innate behavior? Like,
I think
you need to turn from a baddie to a Brenda at some point.
I don't think
Yeah?
no,
You think that's-
because
I was not expecting you to say that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
I
calm
don't think so.
down.
You don't
Because
think so?
when you say like it depends on what part of the baddie you talking about. The turn up or the one that has the confidence. You should always have confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
Confidence is key. Why
Right.
wouldn't you? So yeah, no. If you want to always turn up at 50, baby, that's on you. But you should always have
Like you get
confidence
to an
in
age where,
yourself.
like for me, like when it comes to vacations and stuff like that, there was a time when like vacations was always about shots and this and that and oh my god, twerking and all of that. And now my vacations like, no, I'm not getting the fuck up at 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning. If like, how am I getting up at 8, 9 in the morning when I was wilding the night before, thinking like I could do this all day, every day?
I need
am
some
a
R and
certain
R.
age, and things do not snap back, and you need just 8 hours. And so no, like let's have a peaceful, calm, cool.
What is that age? Do you
I feel like after 35.
really? Oh my
I was
god.
about to say because I know some women they's over their 35 and they still stripping.
I was gonna say 55.
They still stripping looking
I
for
mean,
a
when you
husband.
look, I don't know why they looking for a husband there, but if you
Don't feel
still-
no type of way if you see this podcast. I'm just saying.
The
There's
thing
a group
about-
of you
It's all
bitches.
love. It's all love.
they usually Spanish too.
So
but-
I don't want to hear shit when I hit your age.
So the thing about like with stripping is like as long as you could look good, you can strip.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've been in it, you could always go back to it. That's the only good thing. It's like a hustle that's like kind of like the drug game. Like if you was in it, you could kind of go back in it and like as long as you look good, there's really no expiration date unless you like look old. You know what I mean? But
For
there's a
sure.
lot of
But you
women
doing
that
that looking for a husband?
no, you don't do that looking for a husband. Nah, you look for a husband outside of that.
Listen,
Yeah, no.
teach his own.
Yeah.
Netch, do you feel like there's an age where it's like, all right, calm down?
No, I know some willas that's 55 and popping.
I was gonna say for
They look
me,
good.
for me,
No, for sure.
55 is kind of the age where it's like, let's calm down a little bit, auntie. Like,
No,
You know?
okay,
Okay, I feel
let's
that.
calm down a little bit, auntie.
I
You
feel
ain't
that.
gotta stop being you, but just
No,
calm
I
down a
agree.
little bit.
I feel like
No?
50 is like the,
I mean, as
let's slow it
maybe-
down a little bit. Maybe we need to come in at 10.
I'm just always
You
sit
know.
here and have me a shot. I don't care how old I am.
No,
But
for
the
sure.
Jumping on the tables and all that should be toned down
Yeah.
before, like by 35.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, like
You
what
feel
she
me?
said. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you jumping
But-
on tables and you're 50, baby, I help
So
you
I'm
down.
here,
Come on.
catch
Let me get
one
you a
at the
steps
bar
too,
and
auntie.
now and then at 50, what?
So I would like to think that all of us here kind of are in our own, right? Like we know who we are, we know what we stand for, very strong-minded, strong-willed, all of that good stuff. So what advice would you give younger girls that are trying to figure out who they are? Like what category do I fit in? Am I a baddie? Am I a Brenda? Am I a Brittney? Am I none? Am I all? Like what advice would you give to them to try to help them find their way?
I wouldn't let them follow a category. I let my daughter dress how she want to dress in the
Yeah.
morning, feel how she want to feel. I do monitor what she watches and stuff like that, but I don't exclude her from anything. I don't think that she should be excluded from anything that the next, the
Mhm.
next woman would. She might like this or not.
But what
I
advice
try to
would
keep
you
an
give to
open,
her?
keep
Like-
an open mind.
What advice would you give to her? Like, what would you tell her if she's like, "Mom, I'm confused. I don't know really what I like, what I don't like. If this is cool to do, if
Do
this
what
is
make
not
you
okay
feel
to
good.
do. Do what makes you feel
Yes,
good. That's good
agreed.
advice.
Do what make you feel
They
good.
Mhm.
always stay true to who you know you are. Keep an open mind to opening your mind up and changing. I will also tell her, like, don't put yourself in no category. Baby, be free. Be free. If you one day want to play with dinosaurs, baby, play with dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Like
I
that.
would definitely say to hone in and try to figure out what it is that you enjoy doing,
For
that
sure.
you like to do, because in that realm you'll find you know what I mean. You'll
Yeah.
find your flow, you'll find
Mhm.
yourself. But I also would say to meet as many people as you can meet, and be as open minded as you can be. Gauge and take in everybody's perspective. Understand that like no one person thinks the same. And
Mhm.
so everybody has their own perspective, and in listening to all those perspectives, like listen with an open and like a peaceful and a loving ear. You know what I mean? Understand like there's no right or wrong. You know what I mean? In a lot of cases, and my issue is just people being raised a specific way, and then when they meet other people that are completely opposite of what they've been accustomed to, there's friction when there shouldn't be friction. There should just be embracing,
For sure.
or opening your mind more. I love meeting new people because I just feel like it,
Me too.
it opens me up to
She's
a
like,
yeah, like different, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
something new, something different. Everybody's completely different. You learn something from
That's
people,
true.
you know?
But I'm
Mhm.
big on energies, and you walk into a place and you just feel like
Not everybody has good energy. That's
yeah,
the thing.
and
yeah.
I just rather keep my energy. Sorry, y'all, my energy away from that.
Mm. I think one advice that I give like my daughter or any young lady or young woman is to just do what feels right. You know what I mean? Like you have an internal compass that's going to show you and guide you right from wrong. Like if it don't feel right, don't do it. If it feels right, then go for it. And if you're not sure, then use your village. You know what I mean? Definitely ask your mom, your aunt, your homegirls, whoever you're blessed to have. Can anybody share a moment? Well, the moment, because y'all all bad to me. So a moment that you realize, like, I'm really a bad bitch. Like, can you recall any moment in your life that you like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch? Nothing?
Can
I
I?
Oh, I could.
but I have those moments all the time. It's like,
That's this is every day.
I mean, when I walk in the room and change the temperature, I know.
Period.
They pat their pockets
Talk your
twice
shit,
and they like,
Nat.
let y'all coming through the door. Everybody,
Okay.
I know.
Yes.
I know they know what's up.
Right.
You and I know what's up. So what's
Yeah.
up?
Period.
I don't know. I don't have them every day. I don't. But I do have them. Like sometimes I wake up in the morning, fresh out the shower. You walk past that mirror, you like, ooh,
Okay. That's me.
nice and wet.
For
Okay.
sure.
I would say, like, I think when women started to come to me for service, like
Mm-hmm.
advice.
Wait, I'm sorry.
She said, what kind of
Right there.
service
What
you
kind of
provide? She is a flexibility coach.
Advice or just
Okay.
like
Vibe
you know,
enhancer.
like wanting to know me because they're like, yo, I love how free you are. I love how you
Okay.
represent yourself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Of course, eventually, like to either be taught by me or trained by me or whatever the case may be. But like, I think when women started coming to me more frequent than not, or just randomly on the street, like that's when I was like, okay, like
I'm a
I feel
bad
like I'm a
bitch.
bitch.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
Well deserved.
Period.
Well deserved.
Yes.
Yeah.
know?
Period.
So that's what I think when that
Yeah.
first started happening, I think that's when I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I thought I was, but now I know. I
Yeah. Now you just got that boom.
That was just
I don't know. For me, I feel like my teens and my 20s was rough, y'all. It was rough. But I feel like once I hit like 25 and I started gaining my stride, and I'm like, hold on, I could pay my bills. I got my car. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm owning shit. I got life. I'm understanding life. I feel like that's when I realized like I got it. I'm a bad bitch. You
I
know?
like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. What's one time that you felt like, damn, I ain't that much of a bad bitch. I done fucked up. Any moment that made you feel like smaller than you know that you
When you fuck
really
up
are.
financially, I think that's with anybody across the board. When you fuck up financially,
sing
and
it to the
shit
choir.
ain't going right.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I need to get my shit together.
You see when she said when she asked me when she said I popped back up like yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I
sure. For sure. Took same for you?
Yeah,
It's the
same for me.
financial? Netch? And any moment that you like, damn, I'm
When
not
I
that-
knew I could have pulled the nigga if I did my hair that day.
Okay.
Like, damn, I should have did my hair. He was.
Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Like when, like, you know, we all got our tempers and we all got our different moods and stuff like that. But there's probably been a couple times where I was like, damn, I could have not been so harsh
Yeah.
or so mean or so evil or so petty or whatever. And to make someone else feel so small, because then when you realize that you think you're capable of it, but when you actually do it and you see how they,
I had that moment today.
yeah, it's like damn, like I've kind of
For
fucked up.
sure.
I should have been nicer. You know what I mean?
For
Because a bad
sure.
bitch gotta be better.
Yeah, you gotta be kind. Not nice, but kind.
Yeah.
For sure. I think for me, it's like whenever I'm noticing that things are slipping through the cracks. When I got so much on my plate and things, I'm very much so structured. So when things are not like in place and I'm losing control of life, which we all do at times, that's when I'm like, all right, I ain't that much of a bad bitch. I don't got it all together. But then, you know, you have your moments where it's like, hold on, let me get it together. Yeah, I'm gonna get it back, you know, and get that stride again. All right, so just to switch the conversation just a little bit, what is the number one baddie sex position? What do you feel like is the baddie go-to?
So there's a difference between a baddie go-to and number one, like, because the go-to is usually something that's a lot easier for us and not as easy.
Well, when I say go-to, it's like, what is a position that a baddie will go to make him really get to where he needs to go? Like, I look my baddest in this position, or I do it the best in this position.
I have to.
You got two.
Honestly,
Two-time tuck.
I feel like I don't feel like a lot of would say this, but for me, when I'm trying to like snatch a soul, I would say like definitely riding, because
Okay.
girls don't know how to
My
ride.
cowgirl.
You know what I mean? So
For sure.
it's like, let me show you the stamina. Let me, you know.
Let me teach you
You
something.
just laid it, because sometimes men work hard in bed.
They definitely
You know,
do.
they don't get enough credit. And I feel like they be waiting for that moment. They want that moment where they could just sit the fuck back and just let you do your thing. You know what I mean? And if not that, then I would assume, I feel like it's overrated, but I would assume if you a real baddie though, I think you could definitely get a nigga missionary, because men love that. You know what I mean? But you know,
For sure.
because everybody's like doggy style. I feel like that's kind of like
I was gonna say that because for me, doggy style is not my number one, but I feel like
It
for
gets
most
them.
baddies, like they like to throw it back.
Yeah.
They feel like that's gonna snatch your soul
Yeah.
throwing it
For
back.
me, I can't speak for what the baddies do. I don't know what.
Well, that's the question. What is the baddie
Yeah, but I don't know.
position?
I'm not in their room.
I'm not in their room.
I wasn't there. I
For
don't
me,
know.
It's Top Sergeant, Cowgirl. all the way.
Okay.
I love it. That's my number one. And then the second one would be Doggy. Because that's the quickest way. Throw it back, do the tookie.
Yeah, not the
Yeah,
tookie.
not the tookie.
Over.
Not the doggy style.
For the
but
ones that
tookie.
know, no. For the ones that don't, sorry, you can't find out.
What you think, Netch? What's the number one baddie?
Oh,
position?
I'm gonna hit a missionary. Throw that leg up.
Okay.
You gonna throw that leg up. You gonna throw that.
That's how real it is.
Throw that leg up. You right?
Yeah. What do you think is the number one Brittney or Brenda position? Like a regular girl, what is she doing?
Side.
On the side?
Side.
That's some
Side.
baddie
I'm
shit.
about to say side. No. Side
You don't
is
think
lazy.
so? That's some baddie
Side
shit?
is lazy. You just throw the leg up.
Throw the leg up.
Not throw the
I
leg
get him
up.
every
I
time.
mean,
Side
I feel like
throw the
missionary goes
Try to
across
teach
the
you
board.
something.
Missionary is versatile. You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
put
you can
missionary
do a
in
lot.
category. Yeah.
I done did
Yeah.
everything. Buy my book.
I done did some things.
Book coming out.
Throw the leg up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what do you think is the number one baddie dance move? Like, and they in a club, the ones that are dancing, Des.
Twerk.
What do you think
They
they're doing?
twerk.
Twerking?
Twerking and whining.
It's unanimous.
They twerking.
They're twerking.
I'm a bust a wine though.
I'm a
Okay, bust a
I'ma bust a
wine.
wine.
then.
That's a fact.
What do you feel like the baddies and the Brendas? What are they doing?
Two-step.
Right now?
You two-stepping?
Two-stepping.
definitely bust a
dipping.
moving the
Two-stepping.
shoulders.
I hit the
Okay. You
chicken
don't think they
noodles
busting a
too.
wine? I feel like they
They
busting a
might bust a
wine
little
too.
wine.
But they sitting.
They said?
They sitting.
They
Well, they in the
sitting?
corner busting their wine. They doing it
Okay.
on low key. They not.
Brendas
Okay.
Brendas are sitting.
Brendas are sitting?
Brendas are sitting.
They're for sure
Brittneys-
sitting. Or they're for sure at the bar.
Brittneys might be standing.
Okay.
Or they might be at the bar.
See, I'm at the bar. For me, I would consider myself a Brittney. I'm definitely at the bar. I'm definitely standing up, doing my little two-step, busting a wine.
It depends on my mood.
You know?
Because you could catch me in the middle of the dance floor doing a little something, or you can just literally catch me sitting down, or I'm at the bar just two-step. Like, so yeah, it
That's
depends on my
true.
mood. It really depends on my
For
mood.
real.
Okay.
I
Well,
would never.
moving away from all the baddies, Brendas, and Brittneys for a minute, let's just talk about summer fun. What are some summer goals that y'all have this summer?
To drop 15 before my birthday, we're gonna work on it though.
Okay, we're going to work out. We're going to get it right. We gonna get it right.
I'm here with y'all. I need
Okay.
it too. Don't do that.
Don't look at me in size 5, please.
How did you know?
Because I was that size before.
What are some of your goals, Des?
Summer goals. I guess there's just a couple of things I just want. I'm a summer baby, so I celebrate.
Okay.
My
When's your
birthday
birthday?
in Summer, July 6th.
Okay, period.
So I like little. I like. I'm a curator. I like curating dope vibes. But I
Mhm.
also realize this might not be that year for me because I've curated a lot of vibes, but I feel like I don't want. I'm in a space where I'm still trying to sort things out personally and financially. That now I'm like, I don't have the patience
Mhm.
to deal with all the energies that I have to deal with in order to
To create
curate
that.
vibe. So my main focus this summer is really like doing whatever the fuck I want to do,
Period.
and I'll throw it out
Yes.
there. Like who wants to
Participate.
participate,
Mhm.
and whoever does can, and whoever doesn't, that's fine. Because like I'm really a soloist anyway. Like I go out to eat by myself. I
I
travel
love
by myself.
going out by myself.
I go out by myself all the time. So I'm more so I'd rather not have to always feel like I'm asking people
Mhm.
and just prefer to just, let
Do.
things do. So I want to do like picnic vibes. I love
I
barbecues.
love that.
Love pools and beaches. As long as those are the somewhat in the summer vibes, then I'm good,
Mhm. So your goals?
Yeah, more chill.
More chill.
Maybe trying to go somewhere. Maybe a trip or two. Maybe.
Traveling?
Let's see how that
Definitely
goes.
traveling.
Mhm.
I thought this was gonna be my whole year, but I might have to save it for another year.
It's okay.
No, and you know what? This is the thing. We have things planned out in our mind, but really there's our divine destiny.
Yeah.
Like you think that, oh, this is not my year because things may not be going your way, but it's your year. It's preparing you for what's to come.
Mhm.
So, just gotta hold on to that.
Mhm.
I've had a lot of moments where I'm like, damn, it's not what I wanted or how I wanted, even with the podcast. Like, this is new to me. It's trial and error. But as long as you stay consistent and keep going, and
No, definitely with
You
that.
know?
But I haven't had. I was talking about like. I thought I was saying I thought this was gonna be my whole year, like literally.
Oh,
okay.
oh.
I thought you meant the whole year. She said the whole year. Okay.
This is gonna be I'm outside, you know,
okay.
for once in my life. And then it's like I tried to date in the beginning of the year. And like, man, do I got stories, and I'm like, hell no, this ain't gonna be no whole year for me because not with this
option. Yeah,
Not with
the
these
dating pool is
options.
very slim to none.
It's just in New York
It's
anyway. You know what I mean?
unfortunate.
Like I can't do it, so it's just like, damn, no whole year for me. But I thought it was. I thought I was gonna have like a
It's
Beyonce.
okay. It still
year.
could
Now
be.
I'm like,
We got a couple months left this
I'ma
year.
just chill.
You too. You got some time.
You got some time for
We
sure.
got a whole half a year left.
Right,
That's a long
right,
time. You know what can happen in 6 months?
And it's just getting hot now. It's just
It
now
just
getting
got
hot.
hot.
So let me tell you, I met my
Yesterday.
boyfriend at the end of the year, November. Shout out to November now.
Oh, shit.
No, for real.
What
End of the year, washing clothes in the laundry room. Looking
Y'all, she got her a white man, y'all.
You got you a white man?
It's a
Tucky?
white
No.
man.
Where you met a white? It's like Maximilian Eve. Let's go.
That's my
Yeah,
DVB, my daddy vanilla bean.
Daddy
Vanilla bean.
Interesting.
Yeah, nah.
Where you met at, son?
My area, washing clothes in the laundry.
So you're okay. So you don't mind pink dick.
Ooh. What it looks
Okay.
like,
She loves
though.
it. No.
I was always scared of it. I was really always scared.
Like it's not my thing. So I'm curious.
Yeah.
It was never my thing.
Have you tried it, Des?
Yes.
Oh.
I've
Yeah,
never tried.
You know what?
Ever.
It was never my thing.
He was amazing.
And it's
too.
Really?
Really? Look at me.
It
I
was
just
never
couldn't
my
keep-
thing.
We're like, really?
Yo, shout out to Clint.
Name drop.
You know, he was a little older. He lived in Brooklyn. Like, yo, he lived in his crazy
you
crib
one.
in Brooklyn. He had a fucking Asian assistant, a Dominican driver and maid. And he ran like 4 miles every day.
Oh, he has stamina.
Yo, he was a worker, and
Stamina.
he used to always say like, yo, you dress all the way up. He like, don't matter what I look like, you dress. He would just come like he was like one of those like kind of like southern bar fighting ass like type white boys. You know, he had a little bit of edge
like
to him. You know, he was in
I could bring you
shape.
to the hood. They can't punk you.
Yeah, and he was always like, don't never not invite me somewhere because I'm not, you know, I'm gonna be the only white man in the room. He did not give a fuck.
I love that.
I
Yeah,
love a
he
man
was
that's
a vibe.
comfortable
Mine
with his
is
own
a little
skin.
bit opposite. It's not that he cares about being the only white man in the room. It's just, I don't know. We never really had that conversation, so I don't know if he will be comfortable in a room full of black people or a room full of hood shit, and he just, I don't know. We need to ask, you know what, babe? That conversation. But yeah, like, yeah, it's just a different world for me. I love it there. Like,
I'm
It's-
like, I have so many questions,
That's
but I don't
good.
want to
I
invade
love
her
that for
privacy.
you.
I'm like,
I love that.
are they good at?
Ask away. Ask
and
away.
if I say no, I'm just not gonna answer.
Okay, well, I mean, like
Is there
Is
a
that-
size difference?
sometimes.
But I think that's what any race
Yeah.
culture.
No, it definitely-
Because there's plenty of
Definitely.
black men with little ass penises.
That
Like,
really is.
you know,
Damn, son.
it's just I'm not into pink, but you know, and he was so good in bed. Like he was so good.
So what
And
went wrong?
nothing. I just
She's not
I
into
couldn't
pink?
I
Did you
couldn't
not
I
hear?
couldn't
You
have
couldn't
sex
get
with him
with
in the
it.
day. Like he want to have sex in
In
the
the
shower in the daytime. Like
can't
nighttime,
look at
I
it.
was with it. He's actually the first person like I ever like danced for. Like you know you go to
Okay.
dance for somebody before you go.
Tonight
in.
I'm gonna
You know what I mean? It was one of
dance
those.
for you.
It was a very. It was. You know the song I danced to. It was "Skin" by Rihanna.
No, that's a good one.
That is a good
That's a good one.
So that was he was the first person I ever like even like tried to seduce in that way. You know what I mean? He was dope at night, but like I just couldn't have
Looking at it,
I just couldn't get with it in the day. I don't know.
my
I
God.
maybe
Not-
now I could, right? But I needed to grow up.
I was about to say,
maybe.
This was in my 20s.
Clint, if
That's
you
what
see
I'm
this,
saying. So when I was younger, I
Shoot your
dated
shot, bro.
a Spanish guy, and it was, and I was like,
yeah, I don't.
once it came out, I was like, put it back in.
Oh yeah.
I don't want it.
Mm.
So now that I'm older, I was a little bit more open, and I'm like, you know what? He treats me really, really good, and it's just actually like literally the first time just happened. So it was just like,
It was really organic.
yeah.
I like him. I like him a lot too.
He was drinking.
Shout out.
Oh,
I wasn't.
so you got the full experience.
No, it was actually terrible first time.
Oh, shit.
No, I was. He knows it. We spoke about it.
Cute.
He know I told the whole gang already.
Oh,
He knows it.
you know
He
that's
redeemed
right.
himself though.
I'm still here.
Still here.
That's fire.
What do you think the hardest part about dating is? I'm not dating. I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm out the game, y'all.
Trust.
You don't even want to know my
The hardest part
situation.
about
Games.
dating is
We need another podcast for
the,
that.
the hardest part about dating is gauging, like gauging where everybody's at, and then trying to be transparent, honest, and hoping that that's even happening amongst other people. People lead with their facade, with the version of themselves that they believe themselves to be when they go out. But realistically speaking, people don't let their guard down enough. People don't be as honest as they should with themselves, let alone transparent as they need to be with anybody else. You know, the only people that are really super transparent are married. You know what I mean? Like, or have things to lose, like in a relationship, or like they're of a certain stature where they don't even have the time to play with you. So it's like, listen, this is what it is,
But I got going
and you
on.
either on this train or you're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that, everybody in between, which is probably like 70% of society, they lead with
the bullshit.
the version of themselves that they want to believe them to be themselves. You know what I mean? And you can't even fault them for that, you know? But it's, you know, it's dating is hard because you got to figure out how to date, you know, who to date, and then like and you dating different people in different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's like I said before, too much casual sex going out. We're fucking
Yeah.
left and right first, and then doing the dating part later. And a lot of the times when you start fucking on a nigga in the beginning, that dating shit go out the window because now when y'all linking really to just
Right,
fuck.
just to go.
And that's like for me that gets boring. Like I'll sometimes fuck you to get it out the way because I need to know, because like why waste your time, because if it's bad you're gonna be so sad that like I ghost you. You know what I mean? But so let's get it out the way. Let's figure it out now. But that doesn't mean now after I fuck you that now when you hit me we're fucking. Like no, now we're back. We're going right back to the drawing board.
For real.
It's time to date. You know what you could get, and there's so many ways I can give it to you. So,
but I think that's also a little bit confusing.
It is.
It's a little confusing. So this is the
not for
Hood
the
and
weak.
Healing podcast. So I want to ask in regards to dating. So of course I feel, Tess, I don't know your background too much, but we are definitely from the hood. The hood, the gotta. And the way that we think and our outlook on life and dating and all these different things are so much different than how we used to think. So what is a hood dating experience? And what is a healed version of your dating experience?
I'm gonna turn to you.
Go ahead, Net, you start.
No, what? Shit. I've had my fair share of DVs. I've had the grip pulled
the
out
hood
on
shit.
me. I done been smacked on the block. He done smacked my homegirls.
Oh
But
my
you know what's
God.
crazy about that situation? It gets worse. Oh no, it gets worse.
Yes, it's shocked and
It gets
appalled.
worse. Like it gets worse. This man threw a 24-pack of Poland Spring at me in front of a cop. Okay, when we just came out of court.
Said you thirsty, bitch.
Listen, but you know what's so crazy about that situation? This was 3 years ago. A year ago, almost a year ago in September, we got into another bad argument on the block. Didn't see or speak to him for 3 years, and we had did so much healing through those 3 years. We weren't talking. That now we don't even argue, and I've been dealing with him again for 9 months. We don't
love
argue.
that.
He don't raise his voice. If he's like, we barely have
Sometimes you
any
gotta heal.
conflict. Sometimes you need
Sometimes
to
you
heal.
gotta heal.
And we from the hood, and we had to realize
That
that
ain't
the hood
healthy.
was also the reason that we were going through some of the things that we were going through.
For
because
sure.
And
you
bringing it
from
on
the
to each
block,
other.
and y'all both from the block.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it just brings a lot of like, I need to do this, or we need to, you know, we wasn't really having real grown conversations as grown people. But now we're able to do that, and I'm so appreciative.
I love that. Yes, I love that. How about you, Took? What's a hood dating experience that you've had? And of course, now you said kind of your healed version. You're in a happy, healthy relationship.
Girl, I don't even.
I could think of a couple for your shit right off the back of my head.
I don't know. Like I've had my ex-fiance like petty as hell. I'm petty too, but he takes the cake from me. Okay? So yeah, he's just petty. So one time we had an argument on Church Avenue, and I'm like, you know what? I'm out. I'm driving down Church Avenue. He's on my
Talk it to the mic, Took.
he's on my driver door, and he's running with the car as I'm driving down.
Not him on the car.
That was like strike 2 for me. I was like,
That's definitely some hood shit.
Yes,
That's definitely some hood shit. How about you, Des?
I don't know. Niggas don't be bothering me like that. I be bothering them. In the
That's
sense
hood shit
of-
too.
Yeah.
That's hood shit too. It
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
you.
In the sense of like, I think what I'm over is like that. Like my first relationships, they were real push and pull. Like a nigga tell you get the fuck out because he want to see if you gonna stay. All of that shit. I wasn't with all of that push and pulling. Because it's like for me, I'll do that to an extent. Like because after the third, fourth time, then I'm walking out and then you chasing me. And it's like, oh, I thought you was gonna say like, no, nigga, say what you mean and mean what you say. You know what I mean? Like now I'm in a space where I'm not dealing with that.
Right.
Like you now I'm healing.
Yes.
And I like proper communication. I don't like vagueness. I don't like you telling me the opposite of what you want. I know, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't need you to be mean to me. No. I like love. I like hugs. You could grab my neck, you could be a little aggressive. But
Yes.
I like, you know what I mean?
Right.
That. So I feel like I've grown from the arguing and the back and forth that we are deemed to make us closer when we did get back together to like, let's avoid that because that's a waste of fucking time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I had a lot of different hood dating experiences, but overall, I think just communication. Communication is like the biggest thing I've grown from. I wasn't the best communicator in my younger years. Like I would argue, yell, scream, curse. I'm going low. Sorry, Michelle Obama, I'm going to hell. I don't care. Like I'm saying shit that I have no business saying, and
that's bad. Like,
yeah,
I've
it's
learned
no
from
coming
that
back.
too. One thing, my words, like every fight that I've ever gotten into, they punched me first because like my mouth is crazy,
lethal,
and so men are kind of sensitive. So
of
like
course.
what you can't do if you really want a man to open up to you is you cannot weaponize the things that they tell you. So once they start telling you things when y'all are cool or kiki or y'all are on good terms and you start weaponizing that when you're mad, you start losing their trust. You know what I'm saying? And they start closing off on you and then you're like, damn, But on top of that, I'm not dealing with nobody. Don't threaten me. That's a red flag. We're not doing that. We too grown. That was that hood shit.
That's a real.
That's that hood shit. Threatening to do something to me or whatever. Yeah, well, we're done. Like,
for sure.
I don't got time for that. You know what I mean? I don't need you to be tough guy with me. Go be tough guy with everybody else. Like not with me. I need the opposite. You know what I mean? And you gotta realize as a female, you gotta take accountability that you also play a role in aiding and abetting them being able to be vulnerable around you. You can't be.
You create the safe space.
Yeah, you can't be a fucking nigga. You can't be a tough guy. You're not. You're a woman. At the end of the day, you still need to tap into your feminine energy so that way you can bring a man back to his peace.
But I feel like
his peace.
Especially when you're from the hood, I feel like that's something that we're not shown and we're not taught because we have to be so rough. So it's unlearning behavior.
Yeah.
It's really difficult.
I feel like we learn as we turn into women.
Yes.
Yeah. Like
some of us don't though. There's a lot of hood bitches that's still some hood bitches.
I'm healing.
Yeah.
I'm both. I'm definitely both. Like I was definitely. I have my aggressive. I've never ever tried to argue with somebody unless that's the type of argument you like. That's how we're gonna argue.
Yeah.
But I've never intentionally argued with someone to hurt them. I'm gonna let you know how I feel, and if how I feel hurts you, then I apologize. But that's how I feel. I apologize it hurts you, but I don't apologize if that's how I feel. Like
And on that note, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in to Hood and Healing. Why don't y'all shout out where they can find some more content? Netch, you wanna shout out your IG? Facebook?
_ask no questions, and I mean it. I mean it. I love you, P.
Love you.
You could catch me, Ms. Desmonique. It's MZDesmonique, and my business page is Flow4 Fluidity. It's a little tongue twister. You could find me there for any services.
I love it. Well, thank y'all for coming by.